Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Arrow. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. Is it okay to say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas. Absolutely. I put up my Christmas tree this week, so I'm sitting next to it right now. You can absolutely say Merry Christmas to me.
Ginna Claire, I never take my Christmas tree down. It's up every day, and it's on a timer, and it clicks on every night.
Arrow, I love that about you. That's amazing. Arrow, are you based in North Carolina?
I am.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I grew up I'm from Nashville, but I grew up going to summer camp in North Carolina.
Nice.
In Tuxedo at Camp Greystone. And then I also went to college in North Carolina at Elon University. So
Oh my God.
I love North Carolina.
Well, you know what this part of the world is like then when like right now it's very crispy outside. It's like 27 degrees, the sun is bright, and you're just in a Christmassy spirit.
100%. North Carolina definitely has it all. You've got the beaches, you've got the mountain, you've got all four seasons. It's beautiful.
It really is. I just wish we had a football team that could win.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will keep you in my thoughts.
You have been so magical with your career, and I mean that in a really big way because, I mean, you have allowed the art inside your heart to blossom in so many different areas and on so many stages. How did you give yourself permission to grow like that?
Gosh, that's so kind, Arrow. I love starting my day with you. Thank you. I feel like I need to make that my wake-up alarm. Just those words of encouragement. You know, like I said, I'm from Nashville, and so I grew up sort of surrounded by arts and entertainment and music, so I've always loved theatrics, and I think it's cool, like you said, on lots of different stages. I think we're all storytellers, and in one way or another, an accountant is telling their story, a veterinarian is telling their story, and I'm definitely passionate about stories in books and on stages and on film, and I've been really fortunate to get to pursue those avenues in my life, but it's definitely been a lot of dreaming big and persistence and rejection and overcoming that and pushing through. And I'm really grateful for my career path thus far. That's so sweet of you.
I'm really excited about this new movie on Hallmark, A Holiday Spectacular, because I've been in the wedding business for 29 years. So to see that the character, is putting her wedding plans on hold, and it's like, what? But yet in the wedding business, I have dealt with this. I really have, and I think that's one of the reasons why I embrace this story, because I've lived with it.
Right. I will say she tells her parents that she's going to design a wedding dress, but she does have plans of her own for her time in New York City. So the wedding plans do get put on the back burner.
I actually had a wedding once where they didn't get married because he went and actually joined the Ringling Brothers and Brown and Bailey Circus. He had to go to the special school. That's the truth. And
no way.
I thought that was the greatest love story because, she understood it.
That's so sweet. I spent probably half of my marriage on tour with various Broadway shows, and I have the most supportive husband. I think you're exactly right, who would fly out and see me in whatever city I was in that week, wherever in the world. He's been all over to visit me, but definitely supportive of my big dreams of performing, which I'm really grateful for.
To be a part of the Hallmark legacy now, oh my goodness! And of all things, it's a Christmas story. So that right there says that you're going to be on that TV or that flat screen in 75 years.
That's so sweet. I do think that this is a story and a film that will stand the test of time, so I hope you're right. And I think you're absolutely correct. I think it is a legacy. It was so sweet for me. We had a premiere a few weeks ago at Radio City. The Rockettes performed. I got to sing with Kristen Chenoweth. We got to premiere the film on the big screen, which was really special because other movies like White Christmas and Breakfast at Tiffany's have aired the first time at Radio City. But getting to meet so much of the Hallmark talent and realize that I really am stepping into this incredible family was so special for me.
To be at Radio City Music Hall, do you walk around and just listen to the atmosphere? Because I'm one of those freaky, artsy people where I believe that the ghosts from the past are standing there tapping you on the shoulder saying, let me show you this. Let me show you this.
Oh, it's wild. I think I just walk around with my jaw on the floor.
Yep.
I had performed at the Gershwin Theater, which is one of the biggest Broadway theaters. It holds almost 2,000 people, which is massive. But Radio City is 3 times that. So you walk in and you cannot believe how massive it is. And actually, they do some really gorgeous shots of the ginormity of Radio City in the film. So you get to really appreciate all those beautiful red seats.
So when you're at the premiere and you're watching the film, do you get to feel like one of us in the way that we get excited, we get emotional, we get drawn into the story, or do you get too close to the actual scripts and stuff like that and know what's coming up next?
Oh, I definitely enjoyed it. I think there was a few sweet things. First of all, I had a good number of family and friends there watching with me, also other cast members. Also, not only did all the Radio City Rockettes attend, but they invited alumni from the last 40, 50 years to come see this movie too. So seeing their reactions to some of these dance sequences and some of the lines and some of the plot, it was really sweet to get to experience it as a whole. So I let myself go on the journey, especially when you're filming. Things are sort of filmed out of sequence based on what location you have that day. So then to see all the pieces come together, it was thrilling.
Part of your story is Wicked, and it's going up on the big screen very soon. That's got to be exciting inside your heart.
Yes. So one of my friends, Stephen Aremus, he's the musical supervisor for Wicked, and he texted me a couple days ago, and he's in London working on the films, plural, right now, which is so wild because they are filming it all back to back, but then releasing it separately. So I bet it's going to be amazing.
What about you personally? Are you going to put together a collection of music? Are you going to write a book? What? Because you can't turn your art off. There's no way.
That's so sweet. I'm open to doing it all, definitely. Wherever the art leads me.
Don't you love that feeling about being an artist? Is if you're just honest with it, it'll always be there for you. Because so many people like to challenge their art, and it's like, no, just be yourself. Let the art grow.
Definitely. I think you're exactly right.
I have an iHeart channel that's called Creativity is the Addiction. And the reason why is because I believe that it is. It's just a lot of people don't understand the power of it, of the positives and the negatives. Do you feel that it's an addiction?
An addiction?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think everything can fuel it too,
Yes.
Whether it's a conversation or being outside and having a nature soak, or is it some sort of medium that you're consuming that sparks another idea for you. This is a little off topic, but I recently wrote a show about Doris Day because I was so inspired by her life and her legacy, and I just think art fuels art.
You're so right about that. And through you, we are going to have a Merry Christmas along with Hallmark. I'm just so glad that you give yourself permission to constantly share your gift with the rest of the world.
That's so kind. Thank you, Arrow. And I think people are really going to enjoy this movie. It takes place in 1958, so even the costumes alone will be a beautiful blast from the past. But I'm excited for everyone to tune in on November 27th, and it'll be 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I just think people are going to enjoy going on this ride with Margaret.
Excellent. Well, you be brilliant this weekend, okay?
Oh, thanks. You too, Arrow.